Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. From Pacific Palisades, California, our opening round coverage of the Genesis Invitational is set to begin. Good to be with you today. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak and John McCarthy are down on the course. Rich, what an iconic spot here at Riviera Country Club. What makes this place so special?
I think it's not only the golf course, but the history behind it, Andrew. If you look back, Ben Hogan had a great run here, won 2 LA Opens here, also the US Open. I just look at this golf course as it's so special, so difficult, but it's right in front of you. There's nothing hidden about it. It's right there for the taking. But in the end, though, it's going to beat you up pretty good if you're not on top of your game. This, to me, is probably one of the most complete golf courses you can play in the U.S.
Let's get down to the first hole. I don't know about this one.
Oh, it just barely snuck into the first cut.
Henny, what does the lie look like down there?
This first cut is just lovely. It's almost like fairway. No worries here.
The club choice is a 6-iron. Eagle putt coming up. All right, Henny, what do you see here?
To my eye, it's looking like a 43-footer.
That looked good for a while.
Yeah, that can happen on these greens. They're tricky at times.
I think we're lucky that one stopped where it did. Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down. Okay, this putt for par, trying to get out of here without any damage. From there, you'll take it. 7 feet to the cup.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
Not enough behind that one. Teeing off on the par 4 second.
That double bogey on the last hole, well, it's going to leave a mark. There's no doubt about it.
That is absolutely spot on.
Looks like about a 170-yard shot required here. Going with 8-iron here. All right, we can work with that. 12 feet to the cup. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
I'm thinking a little left to right here.
Starts off on a good line.
I can't believe that didn't go in for birdie. A par putt tap in. All right, John, what do you have for us?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 6th.
Oh, how about that one? Well, that'll move her up the leaderboard as well.
Before we go back to live play, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Time for the tee shot on this par 4 hole. I think this one will find the fairway quite easily. Rich, you look at Lydia Ko. If she's not a star already, she will be one day.
Well, she came on to the scene just in such a massive, dynamic way. Had a little low time in her career, but right now, back in the swing of things and looking sharp as ever.
This is the 3rd. This is a 6-footer. Those are so frustrating. And just to tap in as we move on to the next.
Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa. Has he holed it?
Let's factor that into the leaderboard and take an updated look. Time now for a par 3.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
That's a misfire there.
Looking at the caddy, a bit too much club there.
On the green and a chance to save par. That looked good, but just not enough pace. After that hole, our featured player is sliding down the leaderboard.
Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
I tell you what, from the rough, nice.
Ooh, right by the hole. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Oh, I like this. A great look for birdie to get the ball rolling. Always good to lead the bounce back category. That's a good stat. Johnny Mack, what's the news?
Hello, Luke. I am down here with Rose Zhang as she gets set for her next shot here on the 8th.
This one's tracking towards the hole, I feel. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The par 3/6 is unique in the fact that there's a bunker that sits right in the centre of the green here, Rich. These days, a modern architect would probably be shot for designing a hole like this, but we look at it as a masterpiece.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, the front right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, I love these momentum putts. Right on 10 feet. Let's go hole it.
This is for par.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
That's the cardinal sin, leaving it short in the heart. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. It's Tony Finau who currently leads.
Over to the par 4 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Time now to go down to the course, and John has an update.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 11th.
Oh, what a shot. Holding it from out of the rough. Wow.
That was spectacular, Luke. Great work. Great shot.
You really got to hit the green there.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Here's the third shot. Needs this to drop to save par. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 4. That was really well played. This shot is about 130 yards from the hole. This is pitching wedge on the way. I think this one's coming in nicely. Just a phenomenal approach here at the 8th, and now we're going to see a birdie putt. All right, that one is behind us. Teeing off here at the 9th.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
This is a 150-yard shot. 5 shots off the lead. Target practice with these approach shots, just like that.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Time now for an on-course update. Here's John.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th.
Oh, that is a touch of class from the sand.
9 feet to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
I've got it going right to left here.
Right on line, but just misses. Here's one to walk away with a par. Henny is greenside.
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
Looking good.
That one comes up short. Just a little work to do for bogey. We start the back nine with a par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Catches the downslope, and this should run out. That's a really nice shot. The ball in the greenside bunker. And from the bunker. Okay, John, what can you tell us about the lie in the bunker?
I'm not seeing a whole lot of ball in the sand here, guys. Let's see how they deal with this one.
Let's see how aggressive it becomes out of the sand. This one from a long ways away. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
I don't know that you can give this enough break off the left-hand side. Whew.
He could have done much worse from there. 3 feet left.
This may be a little tiddler, but it's moving right.
Let's check in with John. He's got more.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 14th.
That's always an impressive looking ball flight, isn't it, the draw? Going with the 5-iron here.
Okay, as we make our way back to live play, let's take a look at the leaderboard.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Well, Rich, when she exploded onto the scene as a precocious young teenager, winning early, dominating the women's game, New Zealand had a bright young star in Lydia Ko, and it's only continued to shine right throughout her career. She's a lot to marvel at, isn't she?
She is, and it never ceases to amaze me, Luke, how players at such a young age have so much success, and then they taper off a little bit. Not fall away, but they taper off, and the game doesn't quite go the way it's always gone their entire life. They struggle. But then when they do come back, it's like they're even better than what they were before. And I think that's what you see in Lydia. You know, she came out and a wunderkind, was winning everything at a young age, amateur, then professional. And
yeah, she exploded onto the scene.
She exploded, and then
yeah.
there was just a little bit of a drop-off, you know, and a little bit of confidence got shaken, which, like, how did that happen? She's the most confident person out there. She's beating everybody. And then all of a sudden, she fails and, you know, kind of changes things up a little bit, you know, knocks the dirt off and gets right back on that horse and starts winning again. I'm always fascinated by that, because when you lose your confidence as a golfer, it's so hard to get it back, because sometimes what happened to you is the death of you. You're just like, I can't shake, you know, whatever got into my brain or into my swing. I can't quite shake that, and I can't forget about it. And she's done so seamlessly. I hats off to her. I love watching her game. I love watching her play, but I'm more fascinated by the fact that she's come back stronger, I believe, than she was when she first came out.
Tee shot is looking good here. Oh, that ball should run a fair way. That hit the downslope. It's hunting. Well, that'll work there. Second shot here on the 12th. That was special. Lining up the birdie putt here. Ooh. And this putt coming up for his par. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Time to see what's happening over at the 15th. Let's take a look at Rosang, shall we? How about this line? That is outstanding.
Check this out. Holding it out from the fairway. That away. Great shot.
This hole is a long par 4.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. If you find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
From about 100 yards. Well, good-looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Currently at +8 for the event. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
This tournament's coming alive. I wonder what just went down. And now let's take a look at Lydiaco.
Fantastic approach here.
Oh, how close was that to going in? He's setting up for his second shot. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Who doesn't love a par putt?
Currently at +8 for the day.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Okay, I didn't see that from the rough.
Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. A lot to like about that one. Here's the par putt. As we move on to the next hole, let's take a quick glance at the leaderboard. Xander Schauffele on top by 1. Now to 16, it's a par 3.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
That's a great position to be in after that approach. This putt just outside 10 feet. We've got it at 11 feet to the cup. Henny, how tricky is this one?
This has got loads of movement right to left, this one.
This putt for par. Not sure if that was a misread, but it comes up short. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. Teeing off now on this par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues. Bite.
He played that one beautifully out of the rough. Not a bad result right there. 7 feet remains. Another birdie on the scorecard. That's 4 for the day. After that hole, our featured player is making a move. Time for the tee shot at 18.
Tee shot up the hill. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
Let's see what the featured player can do from about 160 out.
Oh, looking good, will it?
Oh, that's a beauty.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
A tap in left for birdie. That's it for today. Rich, what a way to kick off the week. A fun day in the booth.
My pleasure, my friend. Lots of memorable moments out there today. Hopefully tomorrow can produce much of the same.
Well, that'll do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. Have a great night.